What type of land leases actually exist within tribal communities? Stick around to learn more. Hey guys, my name is Chris Billy. I'm the Executive Director for the Tribal Homeownership Coalition of the Southwest. Today we're going to be discussing land leases. There are a number of different types of leases that exist within tribal communities. Some of these work for homeownership, some of them don't. We're going to start with a residential lease. A residential lease, or in some communities, which is known as a home site lease, it is a lease or a plot of land where you can build a home. Now these residential leases typically will only have one residential structure. Most are not to be used for anything other than living and raising your family. Now, most residential leases are going to be recorded with the Bureau of Indian Affairs, or the BIA. Now, in order to get a residential lease or a home site lease, you're actually going to have to go to your land department or your realty office. And in some cases, your housing authorities will actually issue a home site or a residential lease, depending on your tribe. A residential lease is what we consider a marketable title. Now, marketable title essentially allows you to encumber that home site lease. So what does that mean, encumber? So whenever you encumber a property, that means you put a lien against it, that someone else holds an interest to it until you pay off that lien, or you satisfy the requirements set by the lien, aka a mortgage. Now again, if you haven't watched, definitely check out our earlier title about home values and marketable title. The second type of lease is an agricultural or a farm lease. So what is an agricultural or farm lease? It's simply just that, as the name implies. It is typically a larger piece of land meant for agricultural use. So these leases' primary use is to create an agricultural product, whether they are crops, vegetation, or even alfalfa in some cases. In other cases, you could also create cash crops. As long as you are using this land for its intended purposes, you can renew the lease. Now, with these leases, the primary use, again, is to empower tribal community members to grow their own crops. Now, with most agricultural leases, they typically outline the fact that it should not be used as a residential property. With an agricultural or a farm lease, it is absolutely not mortgageable. Now, the third type of land that we're going to talk about is allotted land. An allotted land is a large parcel that usually has a number of individual families that share an undivided interest in the property. So what does that mean? Essentially, if you've got a 10-acre parcel and you've got 10 people who own that 10-acre parcel, then each person equally owns 10% of that entire lot. Now, what does this mean for many of the homeowners? If you want to get a mortgage or you want to build a house on it, when you go to the lender is going to require that you get every single person to agree to have that land encumbered. And if there is one person who does not agree, the mortgage will not go through. So allotted land, is it marketable? Yes. But with an agricultural or a farm lease, it is absolutely not mortgageable. So that wraps up part one of land leases. So if you like what you heard here, hit the like button and follow for more.